Boo, 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 take a look at you on your way down to Kenny's. Whoa, ho, ho, policeman at the... You've got some rumble issues happening over there, bud. Uh, it won't let me make it go live. I don't know what happened. It's not doing. I'm gonna collapse that and move on. Where was I before I was so crazily damn you rumble? I don't even remember what I was doing. That's not a great entrance. I've done better a couple of times, you know. We're doing this one. What are the humans doing?
Do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demanding more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spinning you lies, but no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. Yeah. Signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. So if you think you're ready, you don't need more proof. Conspiracy deniers are denying the truth. They fabricate our problems and pretend to provide the best solution, but we all know they lied. They lied about the weapons and they lied about health. They lied about the fact that they're transferring the wealth. You should really notice how they're pushing the fear. Keep everybody terrified and not thinking clear. Yeah. Everybody's not thinking clear. Yeah. Keep everybody terrified. Yeah, thinking and not thinking. Keep everybody terrified and not thinking clear. When you do, you realize that this is their trick. It's getting really stupid now, they're taking the mic. Said, do you think you're ready? Can you handle the truth? Or are you in denial and demanding more proof? They demonstrate in real time how they're spelling you lies, but no one pays attention, no one opens their eyes. They walk around like zombies with their head in the mobiles, signaling their virtues with a pick on their profile. Yeah, signaling their pick on their profile.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sasquatch Shills for Sasquatch Shills, so you don't have to. Tonight, I have someone I've actually been kind of tinkering with on a few different things behind the scenes. Midlife Bro Logic, he's actually showed up. Had me a little nervous there because, like, he come in on the tail end of my freak out and hasn't actually seen what I do before a show. So he's coming in completely blind. What is up, brother?
Yo, thanks for having me. My mother always told me I'm special, and it looks like you're starting to come around to learning what my mother already knew. So I certainly thank you for this wonderful opportunity to talk about myself, my favorite topic. This is great. I feel like I'm being interviewed by Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood or something. Wow. Amazing. And your hair looks fabulous.
It's really the hypnotic wormhole that gets everybody. Like, they just start watching it and stop paying attention to what else is going on. So it'll be fine, whatever you want to do. So I got a few questions for you. Topped off. You're sitting around one afternoon. You're sitting there on the pot taking a dump because you know that's when you decided to be a YouTuber. You decided one day I'm gonna do YouTube, and you got the things together to do the YouTube, and you did it, and now you're doing it. What was the thought process for that?
Honestly, I come from a lineage of failed YouTube channels that no one really knows about, so I could talk about those.
We could. Are they still extant? Can you subscribe to them? Are they completely dead? Is there any life left?
They're mostly dead. They're mostly unlisted, honestly. But I guess my first YouTube video was, I used to watch a guy named Archie Luxury, and he is a degenerate Australian who talks about Rolex watches, because I went through this phase where I wanted to buy an expensive watch, but I never did.
Good.
And he's also
time and money.
he's kind of a disaster in life, and he's on like his third marriage. He goes to Thailand all the time and bangs professional women, and he's very funny about it. And he honestly, now he's garbage, but he's an old school YouTuber who has like really funny. He had put out this thing called "What Type of Watch Wearing Wanker Are You?" and it's hilarious. Archie Luxury, check it out. Look at his old videos, and he would like bring out like a Rolex.
You know, YouTuber has an art, right? You have a time in the sun where if you quit, then you quit as a hero, but if you stick around here long enough, you will eventually become a villain.
Well, he's just gotten lazy. He got up to a bunch of subs and just started slacking off, and he didn't really produce those great videos like he used to. And he would document his struggles though. So he was like a comedian. Anyway, so I tried to kind of be like him for like 3 videos, and then I just gave up, because the problem with YouTube is, and anything in life, is that when you see someone who's good at anything, they make it look so easy.
Well, that's part of the trick, really, is to put enough time and effort into each segment of what you're doing that each segment appears effortless, so that when you do struggle with something, people might not notice it so much because everything else just looks so effortless.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? That channel didn't last long. And then I started doing like just a weird random channel I wasn't really good at. Kind of talking about topics.
To be clear, we're largely focusing on your current channel.
Current channel, okay. Well, before my current channel, let me just quickly say I put some good effort into a cooking channel that I had for a while.
Right.
But that life happened, that blew up, and that's over.
You can't. I'm telling you, I don't know a single YouTuber that's actually doing the thing they started YouTubing to do. They always started YouTubing to show some particular thing, and then something else took on the fans' interest more, and they went and did that, even though they might not like it so much.
Yeah, well, maybe if I hit enough subs and people give a shit, I'll bring back some of the old cooking videos. But
you should, honest to God, man, if you're going to unlist that type of content and you've still got it around, you should upload it as a, throw a bad copy of memories across it, and or try to make a tearjerker out of it. Maybe, I don't know, just do the most obnoxious thing you can think of with it, and you'll probably be pretty close to the goal.
Maybe indeed. But my most recent channel, I sit around and talk, and I think that I'm clever, and I think that I'm funny, and people tell me I am. Maybe that's not true. It really works on my self-esteem doing these channels when I get no views or subs, and I hate to admit it, but it's true. I feel like these girls on Instagram chasing clout. I'm a YouTube clout chaser. I am.
Yep. I've got a freaking thumbnail I use sometimes when I'm just doing a panel, because of course I invite all the biggest YouTubers I know that I've personally met or whatever. Sometimes they show up, usually they don't, but it's an obvious clout grab. It's literally a picture of Sasquatch running along trying to catch clout. Because thumbnails matter, I guess. They do. I want to know, like, for Midlife Bro Logic, what spawned that title, that thing? You're sitting around, and What?
So my first this channel started a couple years ago with my friend who I knew since 6th grade, who taught me how to play guitar. And this is before these panel shows came out, or before that I was at least aware of them. So me and him would talk on Zoom. I would record it and just upload it. And that's what that was about. But that channel, I'm in Baltimore, so of course you're going to hear motorcycles. What a disaster. So I thought that channel was pretty good, but then life happened again and the show got canceled. So I think I came out with maybe 10 episodes. I unlisted a lot of them because for private reasons, of course. But a few of the oldies are up. And honestly, what really happened, the truth is, midlife. So we needed a title, right? And
Right.
I'm in my midlife, man. I'm 47. It's really past midlife, honestly. Hopefully I make it to 100. What's up, AWR? Thanks for pulling up. So I guess it's kind of self-depreciating midlife bro, because I was kind of, I'm a brah, and our logic. And I don't think there's enough midlife bro logic out here on these streets. And I want to bring it to the people. I think there's a lot of midlife bros out here, but where can they all congregate? I am trying to create a quote unquote safe space for the midlife bras to come and congregate. And I think that in this huge planet with billions of people, there's at least 100,000 people that want to hear me. And it is my mission to find them and cultivate this community, because I want to be a YouTuber, man.
I dig it. No, see, there are two types of YouTubers in the world. I have interviewed over 350 channels at this point. I have no idea how many. I'm so far behind backlogged on my editing. I just hate editing. And there are those channels that make content because they are content creators. And then there are people who are just hanging around on YouTube. Content creators at some point in time wish to have their content monetized, to make money, to be the YouTuber, Then you have panel whores, but I mean, we're not going down that particular street tonight.
Yeah, I'm a bit uncomfortable with big panels, watching them, and definitely kind of controlling a big panel. I'm not good at it. I'm not. So my channel 6, anything, even 6 is a lot for me, honestly, too much.
Right.
But it all depends on who you get up there. But I definitely welcome people to come up and maybe I'll get better at the panels. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Your most recent upload, literal video upload, not live stream, is this thing here. See it up there?
Yes. So I have a friend in Baltimore. His name is DJ Diamond K. Check him out. He's a longtime YouTuber. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He actually produces a lot of local in real life podcasts. I used to be on one of them a long time ago, and he's great. We've watched a baseball game together. He's also a music dude. He does this type of music. And, when someone donates at Midlife Bro Logic Cash App, feel free, intent, anytime. You have to play something. And I was playing the OJs for the love of money, 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 money. But anytime you get a copyright, it's just kind of I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to make these shorts on my phone. And I feel like when you have copyrighted material, it's harder to make. I don't know. Sometimes I can make shorts. Sometimes I can't. I really haven't figured out. Anyways, this dude made this song, and I think it's great. If we're going to listen to it, I think it's awesome. All
right, Giddy. Is it going to copyright you? Because I don't have to play it.
No, okay. This is not at all. This is great.
Because I own that first song. That one's mine.
No, this doesn't get copyright. This is great. Can't really hear it, but
that's right. That's because my freaking soundboard sucks. And I'm gonna have to mute you for a second to make this actually work, because there's something wrong with my trash.
And if you guys like the song, there's only one way to really hear it again.
about making that money. Shorty about making that money. Shorty about making that money. In the dark or when it's sunny.
It is.
All right. Let me fix you. Let me unmute you. It's going to echo for a second because everybody sucks on the universe and it's not just me. There might be something wrong with me, y'all. I'm not sure. We think it may have been a head injury. All right. So this should be your most viewed video, which went up 2 months ago, right?
Yep.
Does that appear correct? Fannie Willis talks about sex with employees. But here's my question. Why?
Why what?
Why would she do that? That's just disgusting.
Saddening to me if young women felt like they came to work and they were, one, even judged for being a woman, but two, if certainly they felt uncomfortable within the workplace. That will not be something that is allowed on my watch. Supervisors under my leadership that are not encouraging and building up my staff will not be supervisors long in my administration. And I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me. Let me just say that. You know, we are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husband and wife. Sometimes there are outside relationships. I don't think that that's what the community is concerned about, although there might.
What do you think? Do you think the community is concerned about how much fidelity you have in your private life when you're a public servant?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so for those who don't know, Fannie Willis is the woman who is the DA of Georgia. And this is the Democrats' last big chance to make Trump not president, because this is a state charge, right? So he can't pardon himself because it's a state charge. Also, because it's state, we get to watch the trial. So if this goes through, we're going to watch Trump on the trial. There's a trial right now with Trump and the porn star. Can't see it because it's federal. But this woman, this is the woman that paid an underqualified lawyer who's never tried a felony case in his entire life to go against Trump in the hugest trial of the year at minimum. Yeah. And she's out here giving him quadruple pay, and he's flying her out to the Bahamas and her mom getting her back blown out. And then she's lying about who she's having sex with. But what makes this clip so great, and I'm kind of a Fannie Willis expert, is that you have to vote for the DA in Georgia. And this is your state, by the way. And the DA before her left in controversy because he was banging all the employees or something, right? Some sexual misconduct or whatever. And she's sitting up here, vote for me. You don't have to worry about that because I'm professional. But she's banging she hired employees to bang. Yes. And then he gave her kickbacks. So it's even worse. She's even worse. Yeah.
Might be a moral breaking in that. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you chose to have inappropriate contact with employees. I mean, there's nothing that I can say on it other than it is distracting. It is certainly inappropriate for the number one law enforcement officer in the state. And it really, really saddens me. And it will be very unfortunate if the taxpayers of this community have to pay for any.
The Greek gods would show up as some type of an animal, have her fall in love with it, and then father some cursed child to wander the earth and terrify humans for the rest of existence. But I'm just guessing that's where the Egyptian pantheon came from. All right, I've got a thing, and I keep saying I'm going to fix this, but for some reason I have not done it. So I got to do something really clunky to make this work, because I haven't transferred everything over to StreamYard because it wasn't previously working right.
You have to go back to the edit, bro. The edit's the funniest part.
Oh, okay. Hold up. We'll do that.
Because mostly I do lives, but sometimes I'll just edit videos that are funny. It's funny to me. So that's the guy. Rewind it a little bit. I put the thug glasses on. I think it's hilarious. I don't know. You tell me. That's Nathan Wade.
That's what you have to work with, man. You can't go run into somebody else every time you think something's funny and be like, hey, is this funny? And then decide by what they determined.
I think it's hilarious.
the number one law enforcement officer in the state. And it really, really saddens me. And it will be very unfortunate if the taxpayers of this
fast forward it, because she has 2 interviews where she talks about not having sex with employees. It's awesome.
Also, because they deserve a DA
there it is.
that won't have sex with his employees.
Awesome.
Because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children, because we deserve better.
There it is.
All right, so this is your first video that's up on your channel, your oldest upload.
Yep.
Publicly available upload.
Yep.
To be clear. You want to walk us through a tidbit of that for a minute while I try to figure out how to make this actually happen?
Sure. So that's my 6th grade friend. He lives on the West Coast. I live on the East Coast. I haven't seen him for a few years, but it's because I've been a bit busy and having issues with traveling. But he is the type of friend that I can just call and talk to, and it's like nothing ever. You know, it's cool, man. It's cool. We grew up together. We play guitar together. We've had many adventures together. And we agree on a lot of things, not everything. But he is not afraid to hold me accountable. He's smarter than me, honestly. I don't like to say that, but it's true. He's smarter than me. So he brings a lot to it there. And I just like talking to him. And I think some of the greatest podcasts are just like bros talking.
You're not wrong. I've been on some actually quite telling podcasts with different people. What's up, truth be told? Welcome in, bud. Nick. But right after we do this bit here, we're going to go through chat and say hey to everybody. I've been trying to moderate things a little bit differently recently, and we'll see how it all works out. But we're going to do this part. This is some of these people's favorite part. It's the only reason they showed up. That's why I delay it so much. But
you know about cars? Yes, I'm a paleontologist. Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag too. I am a paleontologist. I'm a paleontologist. Paleontologists study really old stuff,
like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
Because I'm a paleontologist. I went and dug up your oldest track. Because I'm that guy. Now, everything has to go back to where it's supposed to be, or it won't actually work out.
So,
all right. You're
just being natural is the thing you have to overcome, I think. And
well, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, man. There's nothing natural about sitting alone in a room talking to a camera that doesn't talk back.
You have to pretend like you're with your friend now, I think.
Am I supposed to pretend I have an imaginary friend? I invented an imaginary assistant specifically to blame stuff on there.
I mean, you're pretty natural right now, so whatever you're doing works.
It does seem to.
But watching this, you'll see that I'm a bit off. But you know, my friend is no longer on the show. He's a professional, busy family man, businessman. But he gave me strength and courage there because, you know, I was a bit nervous at first. I'm a bit nervous and scared to just sit there and talk in front of a camera. Maybe it doesn't seem like it's that hard, but it kind of is.
It's a natural reaction to an unblinking eye that never deviates. You know, any time you're doing anything live on YouTube, your channel is literally in your hands. You say the wrong thing, you misspeak some part of a sentence, and the next thing you know, you're blasted from oblivion. It's a touchy kind of thing, man.
Yeah, I was just actually commenting on someone else's video that's live, and I thought it was mine. That's kind of funny. Just posting random comments. I wonder if they noticed. Hopefully they just ignored it. But whatever, who gives a shit, right? Let me find the actual channel and do this. Yeah, so obviously that's a different studio. That was a different time. You can see he's got a whole, that's his business back there, actually. He's a guitar guy. Yeah, we were talking about Ukraine invasion. We were talking about that UFC fight. You know, I'm not a sports guy, But do you remember that Bryce Harper? I think his name's Bryce Harper. He made that speech about how the Ukraine is bullshit. Remember that one?
Vaguely, yeah.
It was a great speech. So that's what we were talking about there. I can't hear this if you're supposed to play. Are you
No.
play it?
I've got it muted so we can talk. So you created your channel with the intent of being quote unquote a YouTuber, and you've decided to do it from a studio, which necessitates the utilization of things like OBS and various editing stuff. And what do you have a particular choice of editing software and overlays?
Well, I forgot to tell you, I had another failed podcast called Music, Food, and Sailing, and I tried to use OBS, but I couldn't get it to work right. That's just another failed one. But I use StreamYard, whereas before I would just pre-record it on Zoom, and then to edit videos, I bought Wondershare Filmora years ago for my cooking YouTube channel.
Right.
And I'm not saying that I recommend it. It's just what I know, and that's what I use.
I recommend. There's a program called Shotcut, and it does everything all of the pay programs do, but it's an open source one. So the worst that happens with it is occasionally they'll do an update that gimmicks it up, and you won't be able to use it for like 12 hours or something until it re-updates. And they're usually on top of it. I haven't had it fail on me, but for I think a week was the longest. But it was a week where I wasn't doing nothing anyway, so that works. Hey, Ajot, welcome in.
Yeah, and everyone in my chat, thank you so much for pulling up. I did personally thank everyone for pulling up, but I think I did it on the wrong channel. So
yeah, you're taking some other folks out there that aren't even here. Screw those.
Shout out to Zyrax, Con Shonery, Hank. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate it. Dirt, of course. Omar / Omar. CCD now. CCD. Guess what? Nathan Wade's ex-wife lawyer had an interview. I didn't go over. Nathan Wade's back in the news. The news cycle is so hot. It's so hot right now. CCD, Fun with Dirt, Hank in the house, Ajot, Old Joe, what is up? What is up? Lawrence in the house, Tumba La Casa. Yes. What else do we have here? Shish Trish in the house, Rashu, yo, thank you for pulling up. Tony, Black God, something, Legacy Monolith. Bro, long name, and I appreciate you being here. Shish Trish in the house. I think that's everyone. Snowman the Freak.
We got Lady Love Lady 5000.
Love Lady 5000. What is up? What is up?
got in the chat. It's good to see you. Smoking auditors show up, put in some work. I appreciate it. We got old guy Midge in the house. Welcome in, bud. Make stupid people famous. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, make me famous.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll tell you. I bet he hears that a lot, to be honest. We've got the Freak. He's in your house. That's cool. I'm not even going to try to say some of these because yeah. Tiffany's Epiphany showed up. It's good to see you. I think I missed Desert Goat back there somewhere, although I'm not positive. He swings through every now and then. So I'll say hey to him too. Oh, yeah. And one more thing before I get attacked from the shadows. Hello, Ezra. I got oh, and Flow State. I missed Flow State and Ardent Party. Welcome in, bud. Eddie Atbay. He's that's one of them newfies. Can't spell Lou. Good to see you, girl. Appreciate you coming back. All right, so you're dedicated to the grind, huh? You're gonna do it.
Well, I've spoken with my confidant, and we came up with a plan that I go for a year and evaluate.
Right. I kind of made the same deal with my significant other. I was like, I'll do this for a year. We'll see where we stand. But I kind of fell backwards into doing shorts that were apparently decent enough. And here we are, trying to fang schwangle some ability ironical shorts into something of a live stream and some kind of a show. I prefer to do things behind the scenes. I'm not a huge fan of all of this, to be honest. So I produce a bunch of stuff for previous guests that have come on this show. because thank you. It's really all I can say. And everybody out there is trying to Iron Man a channel. We're all trying to do it all by ourselves. And anytime you try to involve anyone else, they end up trying to screw you, right? Inevitably,
well, I mean that's a bit of a nihilistic approach, but no one's really tried to.
I mean, somehow somebody does something in some way that causes the channel to be defunct, and it is no longer functional as a functional channel. And so you kind of get screwed. Somebody gets screwed. Probably everybody gets screwed. But YouTube is always trying to screw you. But there's that.
It's scary. It's scary that I wish Rumble would just blow up and take off and just go all Rumble. But the facts are, it's not, man. I don't know what's going on Rumble, but please do also check me out on Rumble. And speaking of which, I don't know why I couldn't get it to work. I can't get it to work on Rumble right now for some reason. Odd. But anyways, I digress.
Well, all your links are in the description. Your YouTube channel, your Rumbles, all of that stuff. I'm not sure if the links actually work because YouTube's been weird about that kind of stuff recently. But they're there. You can go type them in and they should work.
So this iteration of the show got canceled, and then it went dormant for a while, and then I had a huge life change. And one day I was watching, I found the first panel show I found was Aphrodite's Report. Have you ever seen that? It's pretty interesting. It's an African dude from the Gambia, and he has the panel shows, and it's pretty interesting. And when I was watching that one day, I saw a guy named Chaotic Truth. I have to mention his name. His name is CT, Chaotic Truth. And I'll be honest with you. With him, I saw a path. I saw what he was doing. I liked what he was doing. Certainly, I try to emulate him with my own. I mean, I like the way he runs his show. I'll just put it like that. I don't want to be exactly like him, but watching him was, he's an inspiration, and he kind of got me excited to try it. And I was a panelist on there for a while. And I could see how, this is how, in my opinion, YouTube should be done.
Right.
And, me and him are different, and we're different, but I mean, I don't want to sound like a total copycat, of course, but that's he inspired me to get this up and running again.
That's the nature of just about every panel type YouTuber you come across. Anybody willing to have anybody on their channel. There was somebody who did a panel show that impressed them. With me, it was an individual called Cognificent. Cognitive Talks, Backwards Internet now, I think. There's another one. He just started another channel. He smoked more channels than you've seen on YouTube. And half of them got monetized, then demonetized, then he moved on to other crap to monetize it. I was really, really hammered drunk one night. And he turned the camera and showed his OBS setup. And I recognized it for what it was. And it was a week later, I bought a computer and I downloaded OBS and got me an editor. And I sat down and beat my face against this thing until I accidentally hit the right buttons.
Is that what you use, OBS?
OBS, Shotcut, and StreamYard. Between those three, you can usually recreate most effects you see on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with the StreamYard for now. And then, of course, I make. Used to be Keith would make my thumbnails, and then I didn't know how to make them. Now I make my own thumbnails through Wondershare.
I've never really put a whole lot of effort into thumbnails. I hear tell they make a huge difference, but really, I'm not so much interested in click-through rate on these things as I am in the people that know me finding out about the people that know you, right? And between those two groups, you'll pick up a few subs, I'll pick up a few subs. Maybe we'll collaborate on some stuff in the future if you want to, and maybe we'll do something more. I've actually got a spot for a co-anchor that I've been trying to fill up because I'm not a co-anchor. I don't know enough about anything, to be honest.
Mondays, right?
Sunday nights. It's called the
Sundays.
Blast Radius, and basically it's a current event show where we discuss whatever current event topics are taking place. Captain Curmudgeon does a monologue live. It's kind of like one of those old, radio style news broadcasts, but it's done with a few visuals to go with it, But that's the inspiration, is like, you can tell when he's doing it, but he's got this weird turn of phrase that's really wild. He sounds like a young Dennis Miller.
No, I've watched him. I should try that. Let's team up. And plus, we don't agree on the same shit, so we'll be like,
sure,
Crossfire, Kennedy and Combs or whatever.
We'll get into it. There's it's his show technically. I mean, I created the format and the names and all that stuff, but I created it for him because we were discussing what he would like to do on YouTube, and he's like, "Well, I'd like to do a show like that," and he pointed at a show, and I said, "Okay, we can do that." Put it together, let him pick out the name.
If he likes me, I'll certainly give it a go. And probably I know some other people that know some stuff that would be good too if I'm not a good fit.
Yeah, it happens.
Somebody.
This is the whole purpose of all of this, is to try to put as many creators together to be able to make your content better and easier. Because you never know. There may be something you're doing a really, really difficult way, and there's an easy way to do it that someone else knows. And you two just got to end up talking about it at some point. And that's the hard part, is YouTubers are kind of like cats. They've all got their own plan, right? And if sometimes it don't work, sometimes you just can't work with someone because schedules conflict or whatever. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, honestly, I'm up to like over 500 subs. It's pretty amazing. But honestly, the 500 subs, a lot of them are just like me begging people to sub. So they're not like true fans. They don't actually watch. So it's kind of embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be a 47-year-old man and be like, "Hey, bro, sub to my podcast." But I'm that guy, right? Sub to my podcast, bro. And people roll their eyes, and it's kind of embarrassing. I get it.
I will, without any shame, tell a chick at a drive-through to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in on YouTube, Caucasian Sasquatch. You have a lovely day.
Awesome. I mean, maybe we need merch. We need merch at this point. I think.
Actually, I have a little bit of planning in that department actually done. Let me see, where is it at?
I'm going to have to get a new thing because I can't use Spock, right?
Right.
I mean, that's pretty nice. Is that available now?
Not yet. I was actually thinking about getting a double handful of those made in black and then having a white version done that would be mass produced. Anybody can get a white version, but you can only get the black ones from me.
Well, make sure you put to follow on YouTube. I mean, otherwise, what's the point of walking around with a billboard if people don't understand?
I'm Caucasian Sasquatch everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
No, but like it's just some normie might see it and not understand that it's a
sure that's part of the humor though. It's like the question is, because it's such an unusual name, if you saw the words Caucasian Sasquatch written somewhere, wouldn't you Google it to find out what the hell?
I wouldn't.
No explanation, no nothing. You'd have to know. And that's the idea of not including any of the stuff, because here's the thing, you never know what you're going to blow up on. It might be Rumble, it might be Instagram, it might be freaking TikTok. You don't know, and you're going to have to lean into that when the time comes. And so if you make merch in the early days of your channel, it might become something useful. It might actually become something of a detriment because someone else would, I don't know. It's a hard nut to unravel. We're going to cover that probably on episode 3 of YouTube Slave Class, which is the first Thursday of every month.
That's the other thing I need to get a schedule, but my life is, I should organize my life more appropriately. That's what's up. But when I have to feel something to want to stream, honestly. And I've been feeling Fannie Willis. I've been feeling that New York district attorney lady who didn't want to take her ticket. I've been feeling super mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Mayor, dude, that is one of the absolute best gossip trees you could possibly attach to right now. I still say she's going to end up starring in her own movie about herself.
That's a whatchamacallit, a show. What do they call it? A reality show. Must see TV.
Right.
Definitely watch. And she's an inspiration. Again, for anyone who's never heard me say it, let me say it again. Tiffany Henyard, aka Supermayor, is an inspiration. Don't forget that when she was on city council, she was arrested for breaking into cars. And she didn't let something like that hold her back. After that, she became mayor and supervisor of the town, pulling in $300,000 in some shithole town. She is amazing. She has a can-win spirit. She does not know the word give up. She is a fighter. She is. And the more time that passes, she looks prettier too. She's getting prettier. She's got better clothes. She's got better makeup. She's got better hair. What kind of woman gets older and gets prettier and more refined? And it's just like she is amazing. She doesn't follow any rules.
How bad you gotta hate a man to like something just because he's not on it? Good Lord, man. Ain't you tired?
Let me
hate energize you. I don't get some people, man. They put forth so much effort to be on YouTube while just spurging out on everything that comes along. It seems exhausting to me.
Shout out to Illumitami. I still don't understand his show, but it looks like he has a virgin wrench now. So there it is.
All right. That's cool. Hello, Can't Spell Lou. Welcome in. Good to see you. So you're doing this whole thing. I would count the Fannie Willis thing, the Donald Trump thing, all of this as current events, right?
Yeah. Current trending topics.
Right. Every week on the Blast Radius, we have a few minutes for Tiffany because it's great. And when you did that Johnny on the Spot report the other day,
so
believe me or don't, right? Well, that was on AJOT's show. Believe me or don't, we picked up 30 viewers from the time you started talking to the time I took you off the screen. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. It went from around 20 to 55 like that, like over the course of about a minute and a half. So I'm just saying, dude, I don't know what that was, but it might be a thing. Consider more protests safely if possible. I don't know.
That was a first for me.
Yeah, no, I've never quite seen that happen. I've seen raids and stuff like that go down, but no, that wasn't this at all. We were on the vertical live stream setup, and apparently people were scrolling through, and for whatever reason, they saw you at a protest and stopped.
Well, after
we moved on, some of them stuck around and some of them left. We ended up hitting about 110 that night in chat. So that's pretty good. Of course, I had 8 in mine. AJOT had the rest of those.
I had a great time. Update on Johns Hopkins University protest. I think they're up to 70 tents. They had an ultimatum to sign. They were offered amnesty if they signed yesterday by 6 p.m. That, hey, if you sign this and agree not to protest anymore, we're gonna let you off with a smack on the wrist. Or not even a smack on the wrist. We'll just say all things are forgiven. And they didn't sign, from what I understand, and they actually extended their camp with canopy tents. And now it sounds like there's more non-students entering, which really more non-students, I think, means people that don't have as much to lose. These are Johns Hopkins students. This is the top of the top. This is the creme de la creme. Right, they've got a lot to lose, and I don't think them staying there is going to stop what's happening in Gaza. So it is interesting, but I'm waiting for the deadline for when the cops are going to bust it down. I don't know if they're going to do it in secret or not. Hopefully, if it happens, I hope that I'm there. I'd love to film that. But I support the protesters. I think the protesters are great because what they're doing.
Protest. I don't support occupation. Occupation is not protest. Buildings typically have businesses that occupy them, whether they're public or private. These are associated with hours, and there is a proper time and place for things. I don't think going into a building, locking the doors, spray painting a bunch of stuff on the walls and holes in the windows is protest. I think that's a riot, and I think they should be displaced with extreme prejudice.
Well, they're not in a building; they're on the lawn. So,
in that case, I was talking. I'm sorry, I got distracted by Portland in my mind. I saw those soy boys up there. Just, I don't know, a little bit of a rabid tirade. My bad.
Yeah, they're just on the lawn. It's a nuisance. It's a safety concern because do you want a bunch of students camped out in Baltimore? Yes, Johns Hopkins University is beautiful. Yes, it is 10,000 times safer than other neighborhoods, but that doesn't mean some weirdo can't come out and just do whatever it is to a bunch of students.
Right.
In tents,
and
right?
This kind of passes a bad precedent for future demonstrations. It's one thing when you have a couple of people who come in and like chain themselves to a pillar or something. It's a whole nother ball game when you break out your Coleman camp set and post up on the freaking lawn. I just don't think that's a protest myself. I think that is becoming a public nuisance, and that's exactly the point of it.
Well, I guess. I mean, what can you say? When and if the cops break it down, I'm not mad at the cops either. If I was in charge of the college, they wouldn't be there. It was up to me. I'd be, no, you're not doing this. I'd arrest them on the spot. But that being said, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate what they're doing. And what they're doing is they're bringing light to who, and I'll try to say this nicely, who is in control of the government.
So they're already coming to get you, bro. You hear that, don't you?
Yes.
You just said it out loud, and now they're coming. They're going to get you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Midlife Bro Logics. He's going to be doing 15 years in the federal penitentiary, and it's his own fault.
Congress is passing a law making it illegal to talk about the God's chosen people. It's insane. It's insane.
Dude,
and these protesters are making it more acceptable to talk openly and honestly about God's chosen people, whereas before, like, look, I can't even like say it. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing. How did we come to this? How did we come?
I'm of the opinion that even though YouTube disagrees, and you understand YouTube disagrees, we talked about creator thoughts, right? This is their platform, and you kind of have to do their thing if you plan on using their platform, and there's no excuse for it. I don't excuse what they do, and I'm not the one removing that guy's comments.
No, but it's not. But they should just come right. They should just come right out and say it's not clearly defined. It's not defined. It's not clearly
vague. I'll get out. It absolutely is, and there is almost no one who can solidly explain any of it.
Yeah.
And they just fired a bunch of people. And so there's even less people to try to deal with the 4.3 billion accounts or something like that.
You know, the CEO's son died recently. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Susan Wojcicki. I think his son died. He was in his 20s.
She's not CEO anymore. We've got the new guy.
She's not? Oh, probably she stepped down because of the death.
Yeah, she became like the CFO of Google or something like that. I can't remember what it was. She moved sideways or laterally up. It was not a demotion, is what I'm saying.
Susan long gone. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I stand corrected. But I know her son died, which is horrible. But yeah, shout out to TikTok. Also follow me on TikTok, Midlife Bro Logic. That's why they want to ban TikTok, because TikTok, you can pretty much say what you want at this point, and the strict controls by the God's chosen people are not there for because I guess the Chinese are in control or something, and that's why they want to get rid of it. That's why they want to get rid of it, not because China's spying on you and they're going to launch an EMP into your brain with facial lies.
So, I'm gonna need something a little scarier than China spying on you. Chances are the same FBI guy that reports to Washington also reports to China. So like I'm gonna need a better threat.
Right.
That's not the one. We need more to it. More meat on the bones. Okay, so I would assume if you're attempting to brand and you're doing the whole thing, then you're open for sponsorships, collaborations, paid appearances, and any of that trash, right? The whole nine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll totally sell out I'll just sell out my principles and my morals and values for the right amount of cash. I'll be honest with you. I mean,
And how often do you hang around with Flow State?
Is that a diss on Flow State?
No.
Oh.
I actually have an infinite amount of respect for Flow State for being directly honest with his grip. He tells you straight up that he will do virtually anything for money, provided he decides to do it for the money. Which, hey, that's
listen,
how you make a brand.
Listen, I'm an old school, my golden age of wrestling fan. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Maybe, do you watch wrestling? You're from Georgia. Yes,
I have.
I'll take that as a no. Anyways, there was this guy named Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
$1 Million Dream, baby.
And he says everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and his vignettes were the best. He would go to like a pool and pay the person, a public pool, to kick all the kids out just so he could sunbathe. It's the best.
By the pool, not even in the pool. Yeah, no, I love Ted DiBiase.
He is the best. Those are the best. Him and Mr. Perfect, forget about it, man. You can't.
$1 Million Dream is one of the greatest additions to wrestling in history, right up there with the cross-faced chicken wing by Jerry Lee King Lawler. I have dislocated a few people's shoulders with the cross-faced chicken wing. You put that thing on somebody, they gonna tell you what the hell you asking, whatever it is, does not matter. And here's the greatest part. You can relocate the shoulder. It doesn't break anything. But if you put it on them and you get it locked and they decide they're going to buck, they're fixing to dislocate their own shoulder because you can't stop them as long as you don't let go.
Yeah, kids don't listen to this guy. He's the Midlife Bro Logic is a pacifist channel, FYI. But listen, when you look at people like Chris Cuomo, right? Look at people like Don Lemon. Look at these people who used to get millions from CNN, right? And they just sit up there and they lie and they get paid to lie. And I hate them for it. And I'm so jealous. But the truth is, what lies would I be willing to say for $10 million a year? Pretty much anything, So CNN, give me a call.
Would you sell tampons?
What?
Would you sell tampons?
I mean, what's wrong with tampons? Tampons are great.
I sell tampons. Dr. Squatch tampons coming by them today. A little squatch on every one, shaped like Squatch's head. Whatever the fuck you want to do, just pay me.
Yeah, that's not selling out. I mean, that's a product that's a product that people need. So that's not selling out at all. Absolutely. Midlife Bro Logic will do it for $10 US. Hank, my price is a little higher than $10 US. It depends.
All right, Station 33. Hold on. I've got a challenge in chat. You had the WWF music album, top that. I had the Pogs and the Do Not Disturb signs, all of them. I still had them.
I don't even know what that is.
There was a series back during the golden age of WWE, from the Hitman Hart to the Hulkster. There was a series of Pogs and matching Do Not Disturb signs that were.
I don't know what a Pog is. What's a Pog?
First off,
it's WWF. It's WWF.
Get it right. It's just a little cardboard picture of whatever, and you'd trade them with your friends or whatever. I never got into that part, but I worked at a movie store when all that trash came through, and I picked up one of every single one of them that I came across, and I have the Undertaker and Ultimate Warrior, and it's all of their catchphrases, but shh, be quiet, and an Alf lunchbox, but that's my secret weapon.
Amazing indeed.
Right. All right, bud. You know what you've done?
Huh?
You know what you did?
Tell me.
You did a show, bro. You did the whole thing. You didn't freak out. You haven't murdered anyone. I'm going to count that as a win.
Oh, is the show over? Is that it?
This folds into what's called Sasquatch After Dark, which is where previous guests have precedence, but I dropped the link. Anybody who wants to come up can come up within reason. If I don't know you, just don't bother, because that's not what this is for. And it's been a blast, dude. You want to tell everybody your little talk out, do your thing, because everybody got to talk out on YouTube, right?
Yeah, listen, like, share, and subscribe. Midlife Bro Logic. I like to talk about trending topics, current news. I specialize in women with tattoos on their face. I like to talk about how American Christians are weak compared to Islam. Islam's going to take over the world. It really is. And I'm not happy about it. But the truth is, it's not all bad. And let me tell you why. Because at least Christians are weak because they can't control their women. Christians talk about, oh, my woman's out of control. She dresses like a slut. She does this, she does that. The Muslims got it all figured out, man. They still have a patriarchal, I can't even say the word, patriarchal society. They cover their women in head to toe, right? And that's how it is. So I'm trying to make lemons out of lemonade. It's going to happen. Praise be to Allah. No, I don't believe in it. It's all a lie, but that's just the truth.
You start eating halal just tomorrow. Is that the plan?
Bro, it's happening, man. It's happening.
You're going to learn Mandarin?
All those Palestinians are coming here, FYI, because the small hats control us, and they're going to displace every single one of them. Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to come here, probably Detroit.
All right, we'll get into that in a second, dude. We'll go hard on that end of it. And since you seem to like the hard, I'll show you some more hard here in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. That's Midlife Bro Logic. Most of y'all that are in his chats are fixing to lose the feed. It continues over here on my channel, Caucasian Sasquatch. You can email me or at gmail.com. I will host just about anybody, provided they're not a complete and total nut job. Now, that being said, I don't care about your politics or your religion status. I don't care about any of that stuff. All I care about is what you're doing on YouTube, why you're doing it, how you got it there. So without further ado,
3, 2, 1.
And here we go.
On my own, here we go.
If you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
The communists declared that the real differences among our people constituted the weakest and most vulnerable point in our social fabric.
It's MAGA country.
This is no hoax, ladies and gentlemen. I urge you to run for your lives while you can. We're not making this up just so we can take over the world.
The old dinosaur media isn't dying, it's dead. We are the new media. This is our world now. Lay down and die.
Peace was never an option. So if we don't step up and win this culture war, then who the fuck will?
Let's wake the fuck up! We're gonna get naked.
No. I'm locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
That's what you've been waiting for. Be the one we need.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Global industrial complex.
Yep.
Uniparty.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
The point is to destroy Western civilization from within using Maoist technique.
So therefore you have to vote for me.
I don't know. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Hey.
Woke is Marxism, evolved to attack the West.
Hey!
Stop giving up.
It's only just begun! Now!
Do it! Yes, you can!
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
Just do it!
Are people bitching about that?
Some people.
Of course they are. Oh, fucking A. All right, got it. Yeah, too fucking bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Far left conspiracies, to be honest with you.
Ain't no single entity going to swoop in and save the day. You are going to be continuously let down if you place all of your hope into one individual. Instead, look inside and look around. We're doing this together.
We all are fighting for the same thing, and we all see the same problem.
It's time to stop being an NPC, get off your ass, and join the meme war.
Shame. Shame.
No, I don't like you.
Shane.
If we were in the wild, I would attack you.
I'm sick of it, man. I'm fucking sick of it. I will not do it again.
Thank you. I wonder how many people feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Be the beating drum at the head of the growing creative cavalry charge. Be vocal and profound in your passion for projects you enjoy.
No more excuses.
I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. You've not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you.
A new world order.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. Hey, wait a minute.
You control population, you destroy the family, and then you you sow division.
You don't need a destination when you're running on an omnidirectional treadmill.
Are we ready for a new world order?
You'll never defeat the human spirit. You'll never defeat God. You'll never win.
Pray that he is watching. Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
On my own, here we go.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are clear from everyone's channels except my very own Midlife Bro Logic. Welcome in, bud. We got Dennis Bigfoot. Good to see you. Ross Shoe, I seen you. How you doing, bud? You are
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Chilling like a villain. I got a little bit of stuff over here. Hank, if you're still around, the link's pinned in my chat, so you're gonna have to find your way back wherever the hell I'm at. So I don't know, we probably lost him when we'll get everything caught back up again. How'd you like that? How'd that go?
I think it went pretty well, if you don't mind me speaking first.
Go ahead. As long as you're talking good about me.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me on today. I know how you like to do Sasquatch. You like to kind of have your own monologue and whatnot and just zone out with one individual or two individuals. But
this is actually kind of an interview platform format for my Sasquatch Shills show, where it basically verifies that everything works between my system and your system and all our gear is compatible and all that stuff, you know, and it's kind of where I get most of my interview material. So I appreciate you coming up, man.
Not a problem, man. You've always been very hospitable to me, so I'm going to try to support you, man. Barney, you know, I rock with you 100%. I love seeing, you know, a little bit about where you started from, you know what I mean? And talking about how, you know, it is a little nervous to come on to these panels. Fortunately for myself, I hopped onto Black debate channels at a younger age, and I mean that has geared me up to be able to just speak on very basic topics here. So this is not anything that makes me nervous, just having a conversation with you guys. But yeah,
I get bone-shatteringly nervous before every Sasquatch Shills. If I'm coming on with Barney and I'm joining panel with Flow State, that doesn't rattle me. I'm good with that. I can stand my own in a conversation. What bothers me is when I've got a plan in my head that I kind of want to follow the bullet points of this, and knowing you cannot control YouTubers, right? They're going to do their thing. And so I try to design shows with enough room for a YouTuber to be able to do their thing without having their toes stepped on too much.
Yeah, I get it. I got that. I got that vibe from you when you had a podcast I think it was last week with Barney was on that as well, and you were talking
Yeah, that
about
was the
like
first YouTube slave class. That's
okay,
going to be a monthly thing. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of those because it's real hard to get a bunch of YouTubers together like that.
yeah. Well, I appreciated that, right? Because I'm not a I'm not a content creator, technically, right? I've posted videos back in the early 2000s when YouTube just came out. I probably was 13, 14 years old, riding four-wheelers, popping wheelies, taking videos of car systems that me and my friends were building back in the day. But as far as being a podcaster, I just don't know where I would want to land on that type of ideology, right? Because people are looking at you, thousands of people, millions of people over time, and they're presenting judgments about you, right? And I don't necessarily want to be labeled.
Okay, let me stop you right there. I want to ask you. So let's take Dennis Bigfoot over here. Dennis Bigfoot. I've known him for a little while, right? He seems to be a pretty good old boy. He's got a few strong opinions, and sometimes you can get under his skin and actually trigger his ass a little bit, but none of it's too terrible bad. He's a decent sort of fellow. Why does it matter what he thinks about you?
Trust me, I don't have a problem with individuals. Like, I can get on these panels and we can have conversations and people can judge me however they want, but I just YouTubers have a certain genre that they kind of cater to, and I like talking about a lot of different things, so I don't really necessarily know how to monetize that right now. I'm not saying that would be a future thing, but right now, as far as where I am right now, is why I'm not a content creator and why I don't really have an opinion on what you guys were talking about in that first video, that first shill video, is because of that. That's why I brought that up.
Yeah, and I say, kerflooey on all that. You have the capabilities of an entire news program at your fingertips with your phone and a basic laptop. And I don't see any excuse for a person capable of doing it to not utilize it to their best ability. If you've got it, use it. It won't last forever. Hank, Flamio, my brother.
Yes.
Oh, good to see you, bud.
Good to see you too. This is the first time I'm on your channel, on your panel.
Right. This is sort of a different kind of thing. I don't really do the whole drama thing. I don't push any type of agenda. I'm not interested in anybody's personal BS. I don't care. I'm here to laugh at all of y'all equally. And if anybody's willing to put up content and kind of commit, at least, vocally, that they're willing to do the YouTube thing, I'll talk to them. We'll chat about how to do it and what way to go about doing it, how to do it best for you. Because like Rashi was saying, not everybody can sit down and do a straight up interview. Not everybody can run OBS, manage chat, and wrangle freaking YouTubers. It takes a certain type of person to do all of it.
Can I add something to what you're saying?
Sure.
And it's not going to be long, so you can finish your point. But it's kind of like what you were saying earlier. It's very difficult to talk to a camera in a room by yourself unless you have interaction, right? So if there's interaction for certain types of people, then it's easy, right? Because I mean, probably all of us on here can go to a bar and we can find some, if we're sitting next to somebody at the bar, we can probably sit down and just start talking to them, right? It's not an issue. We don't have any problems talking.
I don't know, man. I'm a big old hairy fella. When I walk up and sit down next to somebody at the bar, 9 times out of 10, they just get up and leave. Yeah, they don't even stick around to hear the joke.
That's bullshit. That's BS. Is that true?
When I go to a bar and sit down and people look at me, I say, "What?" Well,
I'm a listen. I'm a black guy with dreads, and I was just walking down the street earlier today, walking to my car, and I got white people going out their way trying to say hello to me. So I don't know. Maybe that's some DEI shit, but I don't know. But I don't usually have those problems. Like, I go into bars, I spark conversations with people all the time. It doesn't really matter the
Well,
race.
you got to keep in mind, brother, I'm also typically wearing a long black leather trench coat and a big leather bucket hat. And so I kind
Oh,
of
so
look.
you look like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Do you wear dark sunglasses like the Machine Lies to does?
Only on the Sasquatch Shills episodes.
Oh, okay.
That's when I first started my channel. I went on NC Tyrant Hunters panel and introduced myself to him. That was first YouTuber I spoke to on a panel. Then after about 2 hours on his panel, I got invitations to come on other panels, of course. And I have a tendency of asking way too many questions. And so the way I temper it is this. When I'm doing Sasquatch Shills, it's about YouTube. YouTubers, YouTube, and nothing else. If you've had 14 YouTube channels, that's fine. We can talk about all of them. If you're starting a new YouTube channel, we can talk about that. If you've had one for 10 years and you've only got 10 videos on it, we could probably cover that, you know? So it's not knitting circles. It's not sailing. It's not veterans. It's not cop watchers or auditors. It's, although I do have a lot of those. Auditors are really willing to get in front of a camera. That's it. It's not about anything in particular. It's about YouTube. So that's why I make the distinction between content creator and creator thoughts. I think my next YouTube slave class might be rabbit holes.
What is it? What is that?
I got a lot of
I don't know what that means. What is it? What are you talking about?
Going down the rabbit hole.
No, but what is this slave class? I mean, what is that?
Oh, YouTube slave class. I do a once a month show called YouTube Slave Class, where I invite bigger channels and smaller channels onto the same panel, and we discuss a single concept of a live stream situation. So like this last one was specifically non-creator panelists.
Oh, I was on that.
Right. That
That's
was
right.
the
Okay.
topic of that YouTube slave class. You were on the very first episode. I've been putting this together for a minute. It's been a long time in coming, bro. But each one of the concepts is integral to YouTube live chat specifically. You know, so we'll be talking about trolls. We'll be talking about people who, but with rabbit holes. The algorithm, by definition, is a self-regulating feedback loop, and feedback loops can't regulate themselves, and that's why the algorithm exists. And so the algorithm tends to feed you more of what you've seen. So if you're watching one of these videos, you'll get another video like this right behind it.
That's not even true anymore, bro.
Yes, it is. I use the algorithm to find answering atheism to get my message out to what's his name?
Listen,
To Forrest Balkai, who dissed me on the line on Sunday. So I did use the algorithm to my advantage. So it is still true.
I'm just saying
what
that.
I'm trying to say is like, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. You're good.
What I was trying to refer to is like back in like 2008 when YouTube first came out, like you would be recommended things way more randomly. It wouldn't be just the high view count, the high comment count, the high interaction count. It would be literally what you were just searching, and they would refer you something to you know what I mean? Like you can find, like nowadays, for example, right? I see our host has Sasquatch behind his name, right?
Right.
Back in the day, you could find more people posting about quote unquote Sasquatch and other topics in that same type of genre way more freely than you could nowadays. Nowadays, there's
It's more videos.
When searching, yes. What I'm talking about is the recommended that pops up immediately after a given video. Like when we get to the end of this video, if it plays out before we come off live, chances are it will go to a Mr. Ballin podcast episode.
Yeah.
The reason is I spend probably more time listening to Mr. Ballin than I do any other narrator or storyteller on YouTube. Him and Hammerson Peters, and Hammerson Peters doesn't upload that much. Mr. Ballin's always uploading, so I end up listening to a lot of his videos. As such, when this video ends, I would give it a 70-80% chance that a Mr. Ballin episode pops up next.
So look. That's a great example for me, right? Because I've been watching Dave Paulides for years, for probably 6 years, right? So Dave Paulides has been doing missing persons and Sasquatch videos based off of real things that happened, right? So he was a police investigator, and
I'm familiar with Mr. Paulides. Yes, sir.
Right. So what happened is a lot of the videos that Paulides started doing, Mr. Ballin started dubbing, right? And Mr. Ballin got way more popular with his videos, and I was watching it for a while, but it wasn't until Dave Paulides said something on one of his videos to where I was like, oh, this guy's literally he's literally taking videos from taking his cases and just re-narrating it on his videos to where I lost credibility.
But that's the difference between an investigator and a narrator.
Right.
Mr. Ballin is not saying he's going out and investigating these cases. He is merely going over the details of the cases. And Mr. Paulides has very excellent detail-oriented content.
Right.
It's the same thing that I do.
And I gravitate more so to the detail-oriented content that's kind of boring to most people versus to the sensationalized stuff. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that was a great.
I get where you're coming from. It can feel like you've been robbed when someone comes along and does basically the same thing you're doing, but they do it better, or people like it more. They don't necessarily.
That's how he feels. That's how he feels. I don't feel like that, but that's how he feels. He takes it very personally for some reason. But
well, I mean, he did go out and do a whole bunch of oh no, I've never applied for monetization. I'm still currently under a strike for the next, I think, 3 days. My little probationary period will drop off, or whatever they call it. All right, if you burn me, I'm gonna burn you back. What up, baby? Are we twin streaming?
We are twin streaming. Can you? Yeah, I'm trying out my new internet shit, and people are telling me it comes through loud and clear.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I like it.
What's up, Flo? What's up, Flo?
What up? So I figured I'd dual stream and try to stress test it. And everyone's saying it's good.
That's a good policy.
Sounds great, but it's always sounds great. I mean, it doesn't seem any better.
So it's been trashed.
It has. Okay.
We had a big storm blow through a few nights ago, and I don't know how it did it, but it just my internet's been shit since, and so we exchanged the router and we just took all the equipment back in and turned it over.
You're in Kansas, right? Or OKC?
Kansas City, yeah.
Kansas, yeah.
I'm full of Dorothy on us.
Yeah, you guys been having some crazy tornado storms out there.
Yeah, it's been wild, but it always is a little bit.
Tennessee, I heard, had one yesterday, I think.
Not much. Figured I'd hop up here, say hi to everyone.
What's up?
I like the panel hop.
Okay.
Are you live right now, Flo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you in the next tab watching this.
They say what up. Well, some of them say what up. The rest of them are like, fuck that, dude. Smoking Otter is such a dick. We hate Smoking Otter.
I mean, I know I'm mean. I know I'm cruel. I know I don't know much about anything, so I just make it up and tell people that's the truth. So it
They're like,
works.
why is that
Always
dude
double
always
check
going
everything
around
I
like
say.
offering reasonable and kind and understanding comments? Why is he always bringing a reasonable perspective to the unreasonable nature of YouTube?
Yeah,
reasonable. I just make stuff up because it makes sense in my head. Like having officers replace people's light bulbs for them.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that either.
It convinced me to monetize my channel because, well, I can't come up with a good, honest reason why not, except that I couldn't monetize it.
If Tommy can do it, so can anyone.
I got the notification of monetization saying that I could do it, and they strike 20 seconds apart from each other. And
that's
then
pretty
when that
amazing.
strike was up, I got the notification that my strike was up and another strike within 45 minutes of each other. But that same week, I also got 100,000 views and put on 200 subscribers. So, I was doing the thing.
Well, so that strike didn't affect your monetization that you just got?
I was notified that I could apply for monetization. And then the second time I was notified that I could apply for monetization because my strike was up. And then I got an email about the next strike. And I've got, I think, 3 days until I'm off that one.
So you got the watch hours already.
I wouldn't know. If you don't apply for monetization, YouTube doesn't keep track of them past 3,500. So
Yes,
you'll just hover at 39.
I think it does. It
does.
doesn't.
4,000 is the magic number. But if you have 500 and 3,000, then you can get super chats. I got 500, but I only have 2,000 watch hours. So if anyone wants to just stream my shit, feel free.
Crackers.
I don't know why I have so many subs, but I only have like 30 watch hours because I don't make regular videos. And Flow State gave me
I link you in
10
all the
of them.
description boxes of that you come up on the panel for. So as I do to everybody. Mostly.
Yeah, but that doesn't give me watch hours. And it doesn't give me subs.
No, but it gives you some subs.
Yeah,
If you stream the panels, get you on smoking order, so people can randomly watch you.
So the thumbnail of my stream right now has Heather Harmon on it.
Wait, I know who that is. Hold on.
Yeah, you do.
Is that the girl from the Bronx?
The deep throat girl.
And it looks like you're sitting in front of a computer watching her.
Wait a minute.
Right, I know that's actually not me, but that kid that's from a meme, but the kid looks like just like I used to.
That's okay. Yes.
Yeah, you know, you dirty.
She's the world's best. You know she's back, right?
No.
She's been back for a long time. She's been back for like 2 years.
She's probably too old now.
She looks old. Her boobs are.
I didn't really know that she
large.
left, actually, to be completely honest.
Yes, you do.
I just figured she sort of aged out of it. Porn stars kind of expire at some point.
No, but she only
Haven't you ever heard about grandma's gone wild?
Hold on. Listen.
Expire in the overdose.
Please, we're talking about the goat. Please, I need the floor. This is important to me. Okay. Heather Harmon is a legend because she is the best ever. She is. Body's great. Her face is, it's definitely not bad, but it was never like stunning. But her skills are what takes her to the top. And she was like pre-internet days. Like she was dial-up days, man. And they were making those movies and she was blasting out threesomes with her husband. I mean, this dude had it made. This dude had like...
She could swallow a baseball bat with like...
like effortlessly. It's insane. And then she went away, but she came back and she's like, oh, I think she raised like kids and they're like adults now or something.
God, that would suck.
She's older.
That'd be the worst.
Your mom going to middle school and knowing that your mom is the sword swallowing queen,
and knowing that all your friends don't care about you, really.
It's humiliating, but they might not know. These kids might not know, honestly.
Oh, yeah, right.
They look at more modern porn.
Look, I asked
they
my
don't
chat,
look at retro porn.
I said put a 1 in the chat if you don't know who they are. I had one person put a 1, and I had another one go. I just looked her up. Harmon Walker is now probably he probably stopped watching me now. Harmon Walker, type of 1 if you're still with me.
Hey guys,
he's gone.
I'm about to hop off. Appreciate you
Thanks
guys
for pulling up,
having me on.
Rashu.
It was good talking to you.
It was nice meeting you.
Listen,
Peace, guys.
Yeah, bud. Appreciate it.
She's still married in Colorado. She's making content now. Her boobs are like insanely large. It's like they're freakishly large at this point. So they're not that great. But
all right,
hey, it doesn't like kind of make you feel
still
good.
Here, Harmon Walker did not leave the stream, although I'm sure he left the tab open that he searched her on.
He probably left for about 20 seconds, and that's all it took.
How fast can you jerk off, bro?
Depends on my mood.
All right.
Smoking. They don't call him the smoking auditor for nothing.
Man, I thought he was smoking cigarettes.
That's what you're supposed to think.
That's what you're supposed to think.
So, Midlife.
Sir.
So, yesterday on Gen X Jeff, you recommended that I panel with my shirt off from now on so I can get more likability. But here, the next day, we're trying to become a YouTube star. So I get some likability. You have your shirt on still. Why don't you take your own advice?
If you want to see me with my shirt off, hit the link right there. And you can go to my video. It's a workout video. I have my shirt off. It's an underwear review too.
Oh, that wasn't the question.
There was a point
advice?
Because there was a point in my channel's career where I thought it was going to go in that direction, and now it's taken a more serious turn. And I'm not out here campaigning for a woman. And you were proud to take your shirt off, and bro, like all those gay dudes on Gen X Jeff were like turned on. So they can't be wrong. So they liked what they saw. You're making gains, bro, and I think that you will get a chick much faster showing your freaking gains, bro. I mean, you got it going on. You complain about not having a girlfriend, but you have the tools, bro. You're strong. You're powerful. You're not ugly. Like, you got what it takes, bro, and I have faith in you.
It doesn't take pounding with your shirt off to get a girlfriend. You're evidence of that. So
how would you know?
It's garbage. He has a
how
shirt
would you
on
know
right
what
now.
it takes?
He has a shirt on. That's all I need to know. He has a shirt on. He has a girlfriend. He doesn't need to have a shirt on.
Okay. Good logic.
Bro,
I don't know about that.
When you took your shirt off, all those gay dudes on that Gen X Jeff were like so excited. It brought the mood up. It was exciting. It was great. And you were even proud. You're like, look at my body. I'm strong, motherfucker. You did that. You brought this powerful energy. You're like alpha male. You might as well take it off now. Go for it.
That's all right.
Don't do it.
Hey, worth
Says
it.
Dennis Bigfoot sitting there in his wife beater.
Yeah, I keep my clothes on.
You get to be the only one flexing on stream, huh?
It's a gun
Pop
show.
it down. That's that is. I can pop one.
Bam. He's got it. See that? Hank, you gonna let him get away with that? Show him what Black Power really is. Why do you leave?
I don't know. I think
Hank, are you mad at me?
That's
Bro, if you're mad at me,
hilarious.
I'll shut up. Am I making you uncomfortable? I'm sorry. No, he took his shirt off the other day. He was talking about not having a girlfriend, and I was like, "Stand up! I want to see if you're fat or not." I wanted to rate him and see what his problem was.
All right, bud. All right. What's happening, cuz?
I want to know what internet gods had to pull strings to get this band of miscreants together on one panel.
That wizard right there.
Seriously, this is crazy.
This is the white trash.
All these white degenerates on one panel, man. This is insane.
Absolutely.
You guys want to go like?
I've been promoted to degenerate. Thank you.
Let's go to a monster truck
Make
rally.
Make a rally car. Let's go make a rally. We look like we should be making a rally car or something, don't we?
We should be doing a rally car currently. Absolutely.
Definitely get into some mischief.
My former father-in-law, he used to drive or race those pickup trucks.
To race them?
Yeah. Just race the pickup trucks on them little clay, kind of like how they do the sprint car races. They got the small pickup trucks that they race.
Yeah, no, I got you, dude. My uncle's CB handle is blackballed because he was removed from all NASCAR affiliated.
How the fuck did he do that?
All right, so you know that guy who wrote half the book on the cheating? I can't remember the dude's name. It's like Danny Weaver or something like that. I can't remember his name. But the rule book for NASCAR was largely written because this one dude kept cheating in new and amazing ways every week. Everything from cutting out all of the guardrails and putting in exhaust tube to fill up with to connect to your gas tank, to putting an inflated basketball in the gas tank so that it registered the right amount of fuel, and then deflating the basketball and filling the extra space with fuel under pressure so that he could put a couple of more gallons in the car. Like, he did all kinds of crazy stuff. And
that's cool.
And my uncle used to work with him, and there was this one particular race that he got flipped. And when they flipped it, they realized that the intake that had been put on his car was apparently jimmied so as to include an additional carburetor.
Damn.
And not obvious. And I don't know how that's possible. I have no idea. That's the story I was told. But he had an extra 2-barrel on it instead of running the standard 357 4-barrel or whatever it is. But he had it mounted to the side of it somehow, and I don't understand. He also apparently had exhaust tube running around the interior looking like a roll cage. So there's the roll cage, and then he had exhaust tubing welded to the inside of the roll cage that he filled up with gas.
Some real hillbilly shit right there you're talking about, dude.
Stick around till after
that sounds hillbilly as fuck.
Stick around till after dark. I'll tell you my last name.
Even I don't know that.
Yeah, right. Some real
I'm still
hillbilly.
not sure which person it is because he's given me 2 at various points in time. I figured it out.
Yeah. Well, I do have 2, but there are one first name, one middle name, and then that Daryl last one. You know.
Yeah. That sounds like good old fashioned hillbilly ingenuity right there.
Some Arkansas. Welcome in. That's another one of them there hillbillies.
All you need is pig putty and duct tape. It'll fix everything.
Damn
Nice
right.
Arkansas.
Well, I'm a magician with JB Well, bro.
That shit's fantastic. I basically built an F-150 out of it.
Yeah, building that 150 out of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, this motherfucker, I think it had been in a flood or something, but yeah, I built it a whole new body basically out of JB Weld and Bondo.
That'll do it.
I repaired my first blown fuel pump with JB Weld like 6 times before I finally replaced. You know the old teardrop fuel pumps that used to be off the side of the motor?
Yeah.
And when they blow a little hole off the side of it.
Uh-huh.
I just took JB Weld. Yep, I just covered it up with JB Weld until it put pressure and it blow a new hole out. And dude, I did that like 6 times as it went all the way up there to the tip.
You know that thing was thin as tissue paper by the time you got done. There wasn't nothing but JB Weld on the outside of it. It had all completely corroded on the inside.
It's an old 87 Grand Prix with a 305 in it, man.
Mean. That'll do it.
Yeah, I took a 1980 Honda alternator and put on like a 71 Toyota. Went from a serpentine belt to a V belt. Had to use JB Weld to get it to line up and shit. It worked like a damn champ. Put it on another Toyota.
Terrifying. People like this are driving around. I mean, I'm scared.
People like that are what made me kind of come off of my maybe, you know, the right to travel bullshit. Also, those people are insane, but now I actually philosophically kind of start to agree with it at some point. Still not registration. I still think registration is a ripoff.
Okay. All right. I agree. I think registration is just another level of tax. It's a way to price people out of being able to own a vehicle, basically. Because if you can't afford to register it, they're just going to show up and take it.
It's a violation of the 5th Amendment, too.
I agree. I'm not debating that point. I'm stating that registration exists. So
it's a tax on liberty.
Yeah, it is a tax on liberty. You're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm simply saying it's a fact. It's something we have to deal with.
Nobody's doing nothing about it to change it. So
Well, there's a few out there trying, but they're just getting locked up and taxed more.
Dude, I got a buddy that
Okay.
I've known since I was like 15, 16 years old that's trying to live that sovereign life. And dude, it's just beating him up court case after court case after court case after court case, man.
Yeah, I did a 4.5 hour interview with an individual who refers to himself as people, and we chased the rabbit around the fence pole a whole bunch of times. But if you ever pin them down on a definition, they change to a code. If you pin them down on the code, they change to a different definition from a different law book, and it becomes a cyclical run around in circles, and you never really get anywhere with them individually. It's when they go to court that things become a little bit clearer as to the reality of the facts.
I feel bad for the guy. I mean, I understand what he's trying to say, and what he what the things that they state by all rights are lawful, the way they're stating them. By if you go by the court cases and the doctrines that they use,
only if you go selectively. You have to really selectively pick what you want to accept and reject.
It's I guess it's more so a matter of what you're willing to do without.
Well, it's a principle or a value thing, right? Like people feel like it's wrong, but that doesn't change the law. They present their feeling as law or as technical
reason for law, not as
there's like a unwritten logic matrix that's in there and shit that if it sounds logical, it passes through.
None of this shit sounds logical. They're trying to make a distinction between traveling and driving when operating a motor vehicle is driving. You're driving. You purchased it. You're going to go somewhere and buy some stuff. You're going to go home and keep some stuff. You're going to go out and sell some stuff, and you're going to drive your car to do it. That's commerce, baby.
And if and the contract thing really starts getting wonky, because if everything is supposed to be under contract or is under contract, how can you have a contract upheld if you deny the pre-existing legal structure?
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. That's where I ended up with people. We chased, like I said, chased on the rabbit post.
Scott 2B is in my chat.
What up,
yeah,
bud?
I bought one of these on Here's the Deal, and it was so fucking boring I didn't make it to the end of it. Because it was just that same rigmarole back and forth, and he had a damn open panel with 6 people on it with him in the damn car, cussing at the damn cop and shit. And the cops was being decently, they wasn't busting his fucking window out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like some of them do, but I mean, it was still, just like painfully obvious. This is fucking, it's a man.
I think Barnabas.
You got a pretty mouth.
That's her now. That's her.
You got a real pretty mouth.
Did you recognize it, Flo?
I recognized her.
Put it back up.
That's her now.
Who is that? The woman he's got locked in his basement?
Heather Harmon. If I found her, I'll lock her in the basement.
If she's down for it, I'll certainly let her play along.
Wait, Snowman, you don't know who that is, Snowman?
I do not, sir.
She should have her own fans playing.
She does.
Oh, it does.
She does.
I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't mess around with bitches much online. I pretty much
dudes
stick to panels with dudes on it, man.
No, she's a legendary home
sword swallower.
That might be why you're such an angry snowman.
It could be.
She was just filming herself with her husband, and she's a legend.
It might be why I'm all the ist words and ogeny words all rolled into one, dude. That might be.
Where is my video of me with that dude? Did you ever get that?
I got it downloaded. I forgot about it, dude. Now that you reminded me, now I remember. I remember now.
He don't love you,
dude. You know how much fucking editing and shit I'm constantly doing anyhow as it is?
Yeah, just lop off my part and upload it as a whole chunk. It's fantastic.
Right. We'll do, man. And that'll only take me about, a couple hours, 3 hours to do that.
It'll what?
It'll only take me a couple 2 or 3 hours of computing.
You're
time
kidding.
to do it. Yeah, maybe an hour. Depends on how much of it I chop.
You're bad at editing if it takes you that long.
It's not that I'm bad about it, dude. When I edit things, I'm fucking meticulous about things.
I get like that too. I'm trying to force myself not to be such a control freak. It's really not a great. It's not a great plan,
it is, man. Because when I do release stuff that I edit, it's a masterpiece.
No,
wait. So wait, tell me this again, Snowman. You make clips and shorts?
Yeah, I've made a few here and there, man.
And how you do super long streams though, usually like 5-6 hours, right, Snowman?
Sometimes. Well, if I do a live stream, yeah, they're usually at least 3 or 4 hours.
And then you make clips out of it. You rewatch the whole thing?
Yeah, I've went through and I've watched it and pulled clips. I got like some 15-20 minute clips here and there throughout my channel of shows.
I have to start time stamping with just pen and paper.
Well, there's this new feature in StreamYard now where if you hit the B button at a certain spot, it'll bookmark it for you and the copy that they keep and save.
I had no idea. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I'll look for that.
No, all you got to do is hit the B button. Ask a Caucasian Sasquatch to hit the B button right now, and it'll actually put a blue flag right in front of his face on the screen.
Okay, do it, Sasquatch. I want to see it.
He'll see it. You won't. But
just see it. I won't. Okay.
I'm just saying that's what it does. Is it bookmarks it for you. That
1 hour, 40 minutes, 49 seconds.
Yep. It bookmarked it for him. He can go back and say, okay, why did I bookmark this? And
I'm going to try it.
I tried to type that. That did not come out right because I was listening to people talking. And Flo, drop your current live stream link in the back chat, and I'll drop it for when I end this in 15 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. Both of y'all do really long streams, and I kind of run out of gas after about 4 hours. I just do not care anymore. I just don't care.
You could always take a nap like Flow State does and come back and hope everything was okay.
Shots fired.
There's no shot there. That's the goddamn truth.
He left me on panel with some drunk dude for like an hour and came back once he was asleep.
If I'm the only one on my stream, it's like a hard 3 hour limit. My internal clock at 3 hours, I'm just like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here.
Right.
But when there's a panel, it's a lot easier.
Nod and shit like he's fucking doing dope or something.
No, that's just the seventh hour.
Fucking doing like this and shit. Wired up.
If I'm going to do more than 4 hours at a go, and when I'm doing one of these shows, I open the StreamYard probably 2 hours before the show, and I put on music and a freaking documentary of some kind, and it plays while people come in and link their channels and leave and do whatever they're doing there. But yeah, it's a thing.
At some point, like the last stream. Well, I guess not the last one because that was super short because Joe Cool came over. But the last stream, I basically just let for the last probably 3-4 hours, all I did was let people go, and then I'd bring somebody up every now and then, or if somebody people can get stuck in like a loop of this, but that, but this, but that. If I need to dislodge them from their rut.
Some people do need it.
Yeah.
Oh, I misspelled your name, Fluffer State.
No, you spelled it right. You spelled it right. That was correct, sir. Fluffer State sounds good.
All right, Snowball. Angry Snowball.
Whatever. At least I'm not a fluffer.
You're worse.
You don't know what a fluffer is, do you?
You don't know what a snowball is, do you?
Well,
apparently he does.
Apparently I don't. But apparently you know what a fluffer is, and you don't care.
I know what a fluffer is, but it's not as bad as a snowball.
Well, okay, so what's a snowball then?
A snowball go hand in hand. Y'all should have a show together.
All right.
Will you produce it?
That'd break the internet.
Hey, Angry Snowman come in for a Sasquatch Shills. I damn sure will. We'll have all the clips.
Oh man, great. We'd break the internet, Flow State.
Oh shit! And Chuck just gifted 5 memberships.
I can't even make that happen, bro. The best I got is some of this over here because I've been slacking a little bit.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Clips are key. Clips are key. Got to have an arsenal of clips. How many different
I think I have all the Flow Clips flyover things saved by now.
How many tabs of clips do you got saved now, Sasquatch? I know you got more than. I know you got at least more than 5, right?
Maybe 15. It ain't a whole bunch. I got a bunch of.
They all got different names too. That way you can go to them real quick, don't they?
Most of them, yes. I've got one that is just a random date that I edited it because I got lazy one day, and I got another one that is not functional. That one's broken, and it's just a random date because it's broken. But yeah, I'll upload it, check, verify everything works, and then delete it off of StreamYards and go in and change the name, put it in the right file, save it, and then re-upload it so it has the right name on it, and I know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, sure.
Because I do different shows for different folks.
Flo's got lots of clips too.
Oh, yeah, he's got clips.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what. That's the channels that attract me the most. The channels that have clips. If you got clips to make shit even more funny, that's where it's at.
I love clips. Clips are awesome.
Right. It's stuff, man. It's just little buttons to play with and stuff. That's what it comes down to. But I do so much. Like I've got some stuff over here that's for Captain Curmudgeon. I've got stuff for AJOT's Corner. I've got stuff for a Midlife Bro Logic tonight.
Well, Barney's almost not gay. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's trying real hard.
He's trying really hard. Like I said, he's come a long way since when I first met him. He was really, really gay when I first met him, like super gay, and we've almost got him turned around to being a normal human being.
Thanks. Thanks, Daddy. I'm proud that you have held my hand and shown me the light.
Good, because I mean we're all about diversity here. That's why the white guys diversity hire. You're all supposed to be black or gay or lesbian or something.
But you're the one who just got called daddy by another man, so let's not just bounce right past that one too quickly.
Yeah, pause.
I've been hanging out on Gen X Jeff's panel there from time to time.
Well, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
You absorbed some of the gay?
I think so. He says he's looking for a panel daddy. I'm not really sure what that means, but it definitely sounds gay as fuck.
Is that a drizzle? I just learned about drizzle today.
Drizzle's hilarious.
It's from Sprinkle, right? It's like a play off that, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Hey, the bear in the woods is the ultimate fucking checkmate. Those bitches went straight to the bear in the woods, said, let's see if we can piss these dudes off now. And they did.
Where did that come from? They said they'd rather... What would you rather see in the woods, a man or a bear? And they said,
what would you rather be alone in the woods with, a man or a bear? And every one of these bitches said a bear. And dudes went,
Depends on what kind of bear you're talking about.
Dudes lost their noodle.
Because menstruation attracts bears.
I say go in the woods with a bear while you're ragging. I don't care.
Yeah, y'all go ahead. Go pet that bear. Don't pet that dog.
What's the word for that shit?
Drizzle. What?
Misogyny. No, it's the other way.
But I think a drizzle is it's like a sugared baby, but a dude. Like when a dude wants women to pay for shit because we have to look good for them. It's really right. I don't know if I've got this right. I just learned the definition today.
But do you know the sprinkle? Do you know the sprinkle lady? Flo?
No.
What is drizzle?
You have to. I'll find it.
It's where chicks give free money because we gotta get like haircuts. We gotta buy new hats so that we make you look good when we're out in public.
Look, if you don't make enough money, just say you don't make enough money.
Drizzle is when Sasquatch pays me to come on his streams. Pause.
That's all I'm saying is if you don't make enough money, just say you don't make enough money, and we can move on. We ain't even got to bother talking about it.
Oh. Will you do something about it? I don't make enough money. Do you want my cash app?
I bet you won't do nothing but complain on the internet.
I mean, if you can't at least hit my cash app with like 200, then I can't even bother coming and talking to you.
You're not a real drizzle.
Listen.
That's what drizzle is, though. That's what it is right there.
No, but you don't even know where it comes from.
Yeah,
stop.
Yeah,
I don't know where it comes from.
You don't.
Yeah,
are you doing Live Long and Prosper?
It comes from the sprinkle lady.
Wrong button. Damn it, I'm fucking everything up.
This lady would come in and she'd be like, if your man ain't paying your bills and you ain't gotta listen, just hit the link. It's this woman, and she says sprinkle. So it's a retort to that. It's like a joke against that. Does that make sense?
You're stupid.
Kind of.
I hear what you're saying, and I get it. Like a sugar baby, but a boy, mama, sugar mama.
No, but you have please.
I'm not.
With all of my soul, hit the link and show everyone, please.
I am not looking for a sugar mama. I don't want a sugar daddy. I want a sugar baby.
So he's not gonna play.
Hang around.
Are you okay, bro? Logic.
I'm not. I really want you to see the sprinkle
He's
lady.
Berging out right now, Flow State.
I can't take
I know.
it. You have to
Which
watch
actually I feel like is better for me. I enjoy watching him freak out more than I probably would enjoy the sprinkle.
You have to because Drizzle
it looks like it hurts.
From it does hurt. It comes from sprinkle lady, and and she became popular. She's like the anti Kevin Samuels, I guess. I don't know. You have to watch sprinkle lady.
Oh, that motherfucker!
Not going to.
Man, rest in peace.
I hate you with all my soul. Sprinkle. There she is. Sprinkle.
Bro, it takes a second to get things to happen.
It's nothing bad. I mean, you're not gonna
I know. I'm getting there. It's just he's spurging out so hard. I'm laughing too
hard. Don't play it.
Kevin made that damn.
Don't play it, man. Just drive this dude nuts, man. The fact that you won't play it, it's causing him to. Dude, he's losing his noodle down there.
I know. It's totally better. This is better than sprinkle.
This is like a longer one,
dude. I'm telling you what, that is better content than playing.
But here's the thing. Here's what y'all don't get. This is the tail end of a Sasquatch Shills episode, and he's the guest.
Yeah. So respect my authority, motherfuckers.
Hey,
sprinkle lady is.
And I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son," And so I was saying,
bam.
All men cheat, baby. Sprinkle. It's just a matter of time when they do. There you go. So find the one that has the most money or the money or who's going to take care of you the best.
The reason why she talked like that is because she got smacked in the mouth daily.
Hit the other one. It's like a longer one, so you can hear her talk.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Mexican long hair, welcome in, bud. I'm your spirit.
Long hair.
What the hell, dude? What did I do? Norm is
Mexican long hair's name came up last night with Joe Cool.
Yeah,
when Joe Cool and I were riding around, I realized all the people who have something to do with audits have gangster ass names.
Mexican long hair sounds like a
Joe Cool, Mexican long hair, Vinny the Knuckle. It's
yeah. Well, I mean, you don't stay in that business long if you can't like dish it out as well as you take it, if you know what I mean. Those people catch haters that have government positions.
I'm sorry to tell you, but Mexican long hair sounds like something that won the Cannabis Cup.
It does.
It doesn't sound gangster at all. It sounds like something I would have smoked back in the early 2000s.
Bro, Mexican long hair will choke you out with that hair.
It sounds like a hairy chihuahua. Like a little chihuahua looks like a chow.
You guys are fucking around with the wrong Mexican, I'm telling you.
I love Mexicans, man.
So do I, man.
I bet you do now because you're fucking up.
Dude, I love Taco Tuesday.
I love fucking up too, man. Shit.
I got Tom.
I like Taco Tuesday.
I bet you do, girl.
I didn't
know you swung both ways.
She's pinch switch hitter.
Bet those are the best. The best are girls who are kind of bi, but not entirely, not evenly bi, right? Just bi enough for you
to invite their college friend over
right.
once a year.
Just bi enough that if they're drunk, you can be. Hey.
Oh no, my chick, it's particular people. Like I just giggle maniacally when certain chicks show up because I know what's going down tonight.
I got a little mouse that keeps crawling up on my desk trying to eat my candy bar.
That's the wrong platform, bro.
Yeah, I live in the country.
You need to get some mouse traps or a cat.
I live in the country, man. Straight. I have cats outside, man. I still have mice. I live in the country. That's part of country.
You don't have enough cats then.
Right. What? Yeah. I live pretty far out. Like, I mean, not in the country, but on the edge of town. And
I got 2 acres, dude.
Well, do all the mice come in off both acres and go, hey, let's see some
the mice go wherever food are. That's just how they work, bro.
All I'm saying is I'm too much of a bitch for that.
Am I wrong, Caucasian Sasquatch? Am I wrong?
No, you're on it, bro. Let me tell you, out there in the swamp, about once a year when the floods rise, you get a bunch of mice. It gets wild, dude.
Hell, here, and here in a couple months, we're getting ready to get hit with that cicada fucking hatching, dude.
That's not a problem. Mice are a problem.
Dude, mice are just a part of country living.
That's why I'm a city boy.
Find me one farmhouse that got rid of that doesn't have any mice, dude, and I'll kiss your ass. Straight up. One
All
farm
I'm saying
that ain't got any mice.
My house is on half an acre. Half an acre. They just bulldozed, like behind us, the lot behind us. They just bulldozed the whole thing.
Yeah, that means half of the wildlife took off the opposite
that
direction.
Means the wildlife should have. You would think that's when I would have expected to get mice because I was a little bit concerned when they did that. But we got 2 cats, and I don't know, no mice. Who just snotted?
Bless you.
Well, I'm sorry that my mouse that's sitting here climbing on my desk eating my chocolate bar offends you. He is my buddy, dude. His name is Rodriguez, and he runs.
Two things that need to happen. 1, you need better cats. You need better cats. 2, you need to finish your fucking candy bar. You're way too fat to have a partially eaten candy bar open on your desk.
I've been losing weight. What you talking about, Willis?
You need to catch
Did you do that by
mouse,
yelling
put him in a
candy bar?
cage, and get better cats afterwards.
I want to see the mouse. Turn the camera on. Snowman thinks he's funny.
He ran off.
This is a video of him. This is a video of him. So first
everybody knows that's a loop.
You know what?
He's over there wrestling that mouse for that candy bar. We know.
But no, he ran off. When he comes back, I'll put the camera on him. I'll show you the mouse. It's just a baby mouse, man. He's my buddy. Leave him alone. It's just a mouse.
Like I said,
you can tell people that
keep him as a pet.
Entire life living in.
You don't even want to hear about what a bitch I was the one time a baby rat got into the house when we lived out in the country. A baby rat got in the house. I'm telling you what. First thing I shut the door and I trapped it into a bedroom.
Didn't you? You screamed.
Maybe, probably. I trapped it in a bedroom, right? It's stuck in the bedroom. I got it isolated to a room. I went and borrowed a cat from somebody because I didn't have cats then. Threw it in. The cat just sat on the bed. It didn't do fucking shit. So I went to the gun store and they had 38 special rounds that have it's like a shot shell.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, can I shoot this in the house? He said, no. What the fuck is wrong with you? So I went back. I returned the cat.
The guy selling you the shit too.
I returned the cat that I borrowed to my daughter's daycare provider. And I brought her back, this nice old woman. And she went in the bedroom with like a broom and a 2x4. And I hid outside.
So a school teacher saved you from a fucking rat.
Yeah, she did more. I don't know what's happening in there. I hid outside while she went in there with that 2x4. And
yeah, I hope you feel like a proud man.
I'm very proud boy.
It's not the proudest moment of my life, but I'm telling you, this is just Katie. Who kills the spiders in her house?
Hey, a broomstick won't kill a fucking rat, man. I'm telling you.
No, it'll knock it out real good though.
I don't know, man. I hit one night 3 times with a fucking aluminum Louisville slugger.
Hold on now. Flow State's such a pimp. He went and borrowed pussy. How about that?
I hit him the first time. He just went like crash.
But guess what happened? The rat got solved.
Yeah, I bet solved that problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of Sasquatch After Dark. Flow State, get the fuck out. Your restreaming capabilities are not welcome here in this period. We're going to go backstage and have us a few shots and maybe do a little twerking. Fiona Rawls taught me how to do that. Anybody that wants to join, the link's over yonder, but only for the next 2 minutes. Everybody say toodles.
Toodles.
Please.
What are the humans doing?